In a forgotten corner of the city, hidden between two towering buildings, stood a strange door, one that led nowhere. It was old, worn, and seemingly abandoned. No one knew who had built it or why it was there, but every few years, rumors would spread about someone who had dared to open it and never returned. Ethan was a journalist passionate about mysterious stories. He had spent years chasing urban legends, but nothing intrigued him more than the door to nowhere. Determined to uncover the truth, he started his investigation into the mystery that had baffled the city for decades. He spoke with locals, elderly shopkeepers, and historians, but their stories only deepened the enigma. Some claimed the door was a remnant of an unfinished building, while others whispered about a hidden dimension beyond time. An old man warned him, "Curiosity is the key, but some doors should remain closed." But Ethan was not one to heed warnings. On a cold, foggy night, armed with a flashlight and a camera, Ethan stood before the door. He hesitated for a moment before turning the rusted knob. As the door creaked open, a gust of wind pulled Ethan inside. The street behind him disappeared, and he found himself in complete darkness. Then, the whispers began. As his vision adjusted, Ethan found himself in a long, dimly lit hallway. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and the floor stretched infinitely in both directions. He tried to turn back, but the door was gone. A feeling of unease crept over him as he took cautious steps forward. His heartbeat echoed unnaturally in the silence until he heard footsteps that weren't his own. "Hello," he called out, but his voice sounded distant, as if swallowed by the space itself. Then he saw them, shadows moving on their own, shifting along the walls, forming figures that resembled people. They whispered, their voices overlapping in an incomprehensible murmur. A voice, clear and distinct, cut through the whispers. "Turn back before it's too late." Ethan froze. "Who's there?" The shadows stilled. Then one of them stepped forward, taking human form, but it wasn't a human, it was a distorted version of someone who had once existed. Its face flickered between fear and anger. "You shouldn't be here," the figure rasped. "This place does not belong to you." Ethan took a step back. "What is this place?" The figure's hollow eyes locked onto his. "A gateway to lost things. Time, souls, memories. Once you enter, you become part of it." Ethan's mind raced. The stories were true. This was not just an ordinary door. It was a trap, a place between realities where those who entered were lost forever. The whispers grew louder. The walls began closing in. He had to make a choice. Search for the door again, even if it meant running endlessly through the halls. Accept his fate and stay, becoming another whisper in the darkness.